Please welcome to the Sports Talk Show and the James Strohs Show. July 7th, 2025, Providence, Rhode Island, American Multi-Pacific WWE Drum fly into Arena Mo Providence. So we saw Seth Rollins and his crew address their plans for tonight. So Braun Breaker and Big Boss and Reed, they're seeing that Rollins will battle against LA Knight on Saturday main event this weekend. So Rollins is trying to hand the microphone to Heyman. Has the microphone of Heyman for Rollins' hand in the microphone, and Braun Breaker was talking like bunch of stuff, like a lot of stuff he said, and this the people saying this was off the script. No, it's not off the script. They're planting the seeds of Braun Breaker, and that is still going on. He said, Breaker says, "I'm standing in the ring. Seth Rollins and the wise man Paul Heyman about who's the face of the WWE, and he's getting tired of a vision of WWE without Sami Zayn. The crowd boos. Breaker doesn't like Sami Zayn. He doesn't see his ugly face and stupid beard in his music." In his original, a Sami Zayn chant fires up. Baker says he never understands why people cheer someone with artistic ability. A dead fish saying, "Sports Jim Zayn is hang out their wife hang the other 5 years seasons squashes the last little bit of water of rag of Sami Zayn. Has its expired date. Breaker stomps on it tonight. Breaker promised that if Sami Zayn walks down to the ramp, he will mute him. Zayn look at in the right spot of it. And the crowd was starting chanting Sami Zayn, and Rollins got the Rollins back. Breakers is cocky and that he's a mood. Big Boss and Reed waiting for a microphone, a CM Punk chant. Up, Reed says Breakers has enough to act, follow, but he sees Reed, the man with Rollins for the 6 tsunami, hurting him brutal 4-minute respect, then Rollins, and brought him into this group. His vision with the vision, he will get respect he deserved. And Jay Uso does not respect Reed. The crowd rudely chants yeet. Tonight he will tsunami and respect the into Usos, just what I do to Seth freaking Rollins. Rollins takes the microphone back before he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. Tonight my Expire strikes back," Heyman says. "That was a blooper tonight. Emperor will strike first. They raced. Sami Zayn won't try to follow that promo if Zayn hasn't hesitated it back remote to your his ass or not. Heyman's tonight will have Boston Reed versus Jey Uso. Heyman has love for his former Bloodline member Jey Uso, but Roman Reigns doesn't have the balls to come back to set up against any OTC chant picks up. Heyman said OTC is MIA. After tonight, Jey Uso won't be MIA. Thanks to the master of Tsunami, Bronson Reed. The big news that Seth Rollins and the man who pinned Roman Reigns in the main event of WrestleMania. In the thoughts of Penta, Heyman speaks Spanish before he sent it for signals, Penta signals, but by the time the match tonight, Penta will be in shape to do all those singles hand again. That's a prediction. That's a spoiler. Heyman in the microphone to Rollins a CM Punk chant. Picks up Rollins has the correct everything. So that's the only thing he says. Providence. Welcome to Midnight. Rollins walks off for his group. But I'm surprised about the whole that charade. Like, so Paul Heyman is like I understand I see what they're doing this, because I was surprised what Bob Breaker did for that part. Well, people said he went off the script, but he didn't. He did not off the script. But my thoughts on the promo was awesome, beautiful. Yeah, that's what happens of Seth Rollins' group. Because I don't trust Rollins. I don't trust Rollins, but we must see what happens of his other group. He might have a people might help him for this Saturday main event. We'll see what happens. So we play on last Monday on Raw. The German Day defeated the New Day to the win the World Tag Team Championship. So let's get into the German Day's clubhouse. Okay. Finn Balor's won all of the belts. The Judgment Day. Loving the belts has Raquel Rodriguez walks to demands to know what is going on, and memory has been set up for Liv Morgan and Raquel. Morgan is still alive. And rumbling every day she will be back soon. Battle said reminder her that will take a long time to come back from his shoulder injury. Rodriguez says isn't to be a partner picture if they retain their tag team titles at Evolution. She also said Roxanne Perez she needs what she said to beat Kairi Sane. Perez says, I never got your partner, and Rodriguez says it soon before crossing herself, throwing a kiss to Morgan picture, and they walked off. And JD McDonough and Balor says, if did know their plans, doesn't know McDonough has Raw general manager Adam Pearce office right down the hall. They should go over like study Dominic Mysterio points to the cake. And Dom was freaking out about the cake. It was AJ Styles trying to say hey and that. So that's called a message. So I don't know what that could be. So I don't know what that could be. He was in the shadows. And Mysterio wasn't happy about that part. And Styles appeals. Okay, at WWE Evolution this Sunday, Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez will defend their WWE Tag Team Championship. And Fatal 4-Way will defend against Alexa Bliss, Charlotte Flair of SmackDown, Soroka, and Zarya from NXT. We don't know who's a tag team Raw for yet. Kairi Sane will take on Roxanne Perez with Raquel Rodriguez. And the winner of the match, it is Kairi Sane. And Rodriguez and Perez double team Zayn, and Oscar were down for the attack. And Cole's warning about that stuff. Um, they both got on Torino Bomb. Oscar help her with the armbar and that stuff. Pushes the rope, and the Cupid Warriors are back. I'm so happy. I'm happy. Tarzan got the instant bowl. I'm happy for that part. They all returned. I'm happy for the Cupid Warriors are back. Wes went down Raw. Killing Cross attack Sami Zayn ribs with a steel pipe. Later that night, the injury would cause Zayn a match where teamed with Penta to take on Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker to also save Sami Zayn from other damage. Backstage interview, Jackie Redmond was with Sami Zayn for heavily taped. She reminds he is Benjamin Cross and Braun Breaker image all over this. Zayn was there's too much on his plate. Above this deal, his injured ribs cannot be more attention to Killing Cross. Probably to working around all the think about Braun Breaker. Doesn't care if Breaker likes his music, but Breaker damages man, so he corrects him in and walks off. Scarlett walks up to Jackie Redmond. Redmond asks if has something to say, but Scarlett says simple no. She continues to work direction that Simon left. The general manager office, McKinley was talking with Roger manager Adam Pierce about concern about El Monday McConnell, but the squeeze is impossible. Because Ty Gable was hurt, Julius Squeeze steps to his brother back. Pierce said, ask Gable has to do with Platoon's eyes out when McConnell can't compete. Pierce said McConnell requested his match himself before writing with their Nario spotted the Bollywood evolution. Pierce says Nario you're happy in the leave. Hey, I don't blame them. Well, Aaron McConnell was questioning the match and Aaron Pierce denied it, and that's what happened. The Kewpie Warriors are back. I don't know if they're still with the Evolution, and they had the request. So it's for the 4-way. It is the Day. The Kewpie Warriors was standing in the background. I cannot wait for Evolution. So this is Nikki Bella have to say. a video of Nikki Bella. She says it has been 3 weeks since being back. She wants to talk about evolution, but she instead got into the competition with Morgan. Morgan questioned her womanhood and her legacy and attacked her. It's fine. Bella wants to return in the ring to have one more moment to prove her fans in a better army. What she can do once to her son. What a dirty universe seen better at the Battle Royal. She facing the best woman in WWE, whatever it takes to win. Bella wants the title. Opportunity of crash in Paris. You don't want your past. You built a future. Your future take. She proved what is phenomenist. Sami Zayn was doing his the whole Nikki Bella, that's straight up Nikki Bella. I like that. I like that. Good promo, Nikki Bella. So Sami Zayn was doing his entrance. Ken Cross attacked him. The Scarlet appears. And the officials appeals to the officials. He wants to continue with the fight with his face. Yeah. And he takes his shirt off and bump breaker and that stuff. Sami Zayn would take on Bump Breaker. The winner of the match, Bump Breaker, 3 spears. WWE medical personnel check on Sami Zayn with a struggling to breathing. Michael says he needs to solve himself. Okay, the first part of Sami Zayn, don't fucking doing that again, man. You get injured and now you're out indefinitely. Like, I hope we see you next year because right now your career is in jeopardy. Not in jeopardy, but damn, Sammy, don't do that, man. You know how people does that to your ribs? Takes months to repair the ribs. Man, don't do that, man. I wish you don't do that. And try for the miracle team, man. Thank you so much. We put on Raw, Bailey and Valkyria got paying for each other time. They got into a brawl after that. The match was a draw, and that's what happened. So, the Roger manager, Adam Pierce, talked with the fucking Raiders. The New Day's dress up with all black. It's in the morning. Pierce with the German Day killed the whole tag team division. Win is their rematch. Eric said they don't go unlimited rematches. And the women's Intercontinental Champion, Becky Lynch, comes up to the New Day. After all, she said, Pierce, oh, sorry about that part. Pierce idea before company that good idea get rid of E. E was a scumbag, Rand said. She weeps. That part, yeah, yeah. So the women's Intercontinental Champion Becky Lynch addressed her evolution match. So she said, I didn't get into the whole thing. So that promotion is a triple threat. I'm happy for that. She Pacific wants to pick her own match from Adam Pearce. She wanted a great female wrestler who has with Sports Illustrated. Says it's done with a match you need on Evolution. So Bailey beat Bailey and beat Wild Victoria. Either deserved the opportunity she deserved to pick her own opponent. Others have for their show. Lynch says other show wasn't Bailey and Lara search because they only way to get off the title of her last week. They pinned each other, specifically a rowdy of wrestling. Bailey was charging the ring and the microphone before she get away for a while of a carrier. She bumps the ring and Fakiria rocked the whole thing. So someone is crazy take it back. Barry gets in the ring, isn't happy with Fakiria. And Bailey says she hadn't been champion for Fakiria for 2 weeks ago. Sorry guys, mine. Okay, good. I'm right here. Triple threat for Lynch and Adam for the greatest female. Okay, I know where I'm at. They deserve an opportunity. She won't pick her opponent on that for that show. Okay, I know where I'm at right now. Bumps the Bailey's in the ring. Valkyria says her title's whipping around on the wrist. Someone who is crazy. It is time. It is time to take it back. Valkyria, Bailey says, haven't been champion for 2 weeks ago. Valkyria seriously cannot believe Bailey is speaking to her. Bailey says she doesn't punish her own friends. She doesn't need that championship. Lance checkets and says, that's nice to see Bailey not trying so hard. Lance says he dropped like her in a hot potato, my bad. Valkyria says she wants to be a record straight. She don't bring Lance back. Lance called her and attacked her at WrestleMania. And that's why makes sense. Lance says, I wasn't much in Washington. Lance says, Bailey, is everything promoting to be? Valkyria says, Lance cannot get her heart anymore. Valkyria says, Lance is right. Bailey doesn't care about friendship. When she comes to championship gold, that makes Bailey like Lance. Valkyria knows she to do on Sunday, so the championship. Two massive departments. Bailey says she set the full row when Valkyria was a first ever women's Intercontinental champion. When they had a tag team tournament to get to WrestleMania. She says she saw Valkyria to put in work. Then Bailey watched Valkyria to lose that championship. And yeah. To Wife's hand to watch the championship rise her hand like a brutal bitch. Valkyria strikes went before brawling with Bailey. Valkyria knocks Bailey out of the ring, hits a wicked bell. Drop kick, Lance goes for a moonsault slam on Valkyria, but Valkyria cannot with Nightwing. Bailey runs it, but Valkyria hits her with a Nightwing. Valkyria picks up the title to talk trash to Lance and throws it down. Valkyria stands tall, post, and turnbacks. Joe will be on SmackDown this Friday. It was tonight. And one down after this. I'm doing 2 parts separate for Raw and SmackDown as I'm going to do. Video of highlights between brutal hand brawl between Simmons and Rusev. Last week on Raw, Rusev emerged victorious. Locker room segment. Seth Rollins is a locker room with Big Boss and Reed, and Braun Breaker says that match of Sami Zayn was decided as should have noticed Breaker has hand down Rollins as was wrong. Breaker asks what they are going to doubt. Killing Cross all people to go think couldn't do it on his own. Rollins tells him to forget about Cross. Breaker still got Zayn with 3 spears. Paul Heyman walks in and said Heyman asked if they had heard the news. Heyman says Sami Zayn is out of action indefinitely. Heyman smiles and they are celebrate. One asks why Boston Reed is laughing because do so is Pacific Health Fund Health says won't when he done with Reed and walks off and Rollins was smiles. Okay, main event Jey Uso will take on Big Bronson Reed. The winner by disqualification, the winner is main event Jey Uso. Big Bronson Reed did that salami thing, Adam Pearce wanted to stop, and it's actually 2 tsunamis, so that's what happened. WWE Fat the Night of Goldberg continues a 28-year in the ring career at WWE side main event. A video of Other Night says Seth Rollins is a champion. Rollins has a lot of playing to because in that wanting to get something that belongs to him. Mr. Money in the Bank. To carry the burden heavy night so he is about. A video of Rhea Ripley and will defend has it never defend against Io Sky. That show that all the times they defend her, Ripley says has a member step away either Mae Young Classic, NXT, or the Women's World Championship. Will step ahead because she's the division because mommy is always on top. Heroes guys, the division will never title from her. Io Sky will defend her title against Rhea Ripley at Evolution. Um, I'm go on my comments is actually with a Gaza. It going to my comment aka with the Gaza will take on Dragon Elite. The winners of the match is to El Grande Americano. And they still play again. Backstage about Paul Heyman was about Heyman about Rollins' personal ultra was speak insult Spanish walks up Penta said Sano Meadow and walks off and he bone breaker about nothing much I never had. No. A video Stephanie Vaquer highlights a real Vaquer says the Dark Angel has arrived on Raw to do what she always part a dominant. Stephanie Vaquer will be a part of the Battle Royal at Evolution. The winner will own the championship match in Clash in Paris. Tomorrow on NXT General Manager Eva announced the participants for the match. World Heavyweight Champion Gunther address about Goldberg. The ring general makes a ring about the Saturday where he would defend the title at Saturday main event. Could be Goldberg's final match, depend whether or not. And Goldberg revives. He drives the nice car and that stuff. And while people say that is holy shit stuff, Goldberg returns while like in the ring. He said he has 5 days so the crowd will chant Goldberg. Okay, the commanders to run down the Saturday main event card, then go over WWE Evolution card. Penta was going Pierce Carson really Carson Grayson Water for talking about the New Day morning with the New Day. He says on next. Good fun. That's the main event. Penta will take on Seth Rollins. And the winners of the match is Seth Rollins. He calls his phone Bomb Breaker, and Big Boston Reed comes down and other night got that he hit the BFT, hand went off, and that's what happened. So guys, that's when that well, you guys know what to do, guys. Thank you for watching this. Have a nice day. Part 2 now, we're talking about SmackDown. The part 1 was Raw, so let's continue this for SmackDown. July 11th, 2025, Bridge Sound Arena, Nashville, Tennessee. I like the J-Wo and Randy. I like that. I like that J-Wo and Randy for hugging out. I like that in backstage. I like that part. The music for Other Night went crazy. Other Night gets in the ring, says prediction and spoilers, 2 things that comes to Paul Heyman's mouth often. He says Heyman feels like is a hold. All that power, all the whole power, and he does want disappeared man who is washed, and he goes to make the disappearance move to join Heyman together and start like Boston Reed and like an idiot, stop house Boston Reed, a Joseph idiot bone breaker. He said 24 hours we will against Seth Rollins at Saturday main event. On Monday it was not enough. Tells Seth what he wants for Duchess to hurt him. And blah blah blah. That's fact of life. There's no dispute, but there's a fact of life. Paul Heyman's force continues with the money briefcase with Seth Oracle. So, can you name this faction at Oracle, please? I'm getting tired of this. Paul Heyman's thing is like Oracle. Put them in the I will sorry guys. This is my opinion. Put the faction in Oracle, please. Like for real, because I'm going to say it. For this industry, I don't know, blah blah blah, blah blah blah, blah blah blah. And it's also Sokola and his group. So Jesse Mateo, Tonga, is with him to say Heyman about stuff about the wall, and his family has changed, and that's true. Listen, no more bloodline and no more tribal chief. And no more wise men to bring approach. And the fan says OTC. And the building right now, his family is MFT. So it's called the family tree. So that's what they call it MFT. That's the family group names called the family tree. And they actually made the AFT because it is a superstar Well, the other company is in MJF, and they're calling it MFT, so it means family of three. So other night was in there, tells him the new United Championship is now on that. That was when it was a for two and that blah 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 blah. I don't care about that part. And they both got into it, and that's what happened. We saw Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss for the match, the not friends, so whatever. So each tag team people has been in the okay. I haven't loved this tag team shit, man. It's not that. It's not personal. It's just, but it's absolutely dead, man. Because we don't need the women's tag team championship. I said on my previous videos, must have like two mid cards. The women's championship mid card. The undisputed women's championship mid card. I'm getting tired. Sorry guys, I'm getting tired of the tag team. Sorry about that. Is a fatal four way. Roxanne Alexa Bliss will take on Roxanne Perez and Kairi Sane. Oh, so Shuka and Kairi Sane. No, sorry guys. Talk about where I'm at. Got it where I'm at. And the winners of the match is Alexa Bliss. So I was surprised for that. Let's go. Does she? Okay. The WWE World Tag Team Championship match. The Street Profits will take on the Riot Six. And we have the new WWE Tag Team Championships, the Riot Six. I'm so happy for that, and that's a good job. Well, so we got the backstage of Flaxium, Motor City Machine Guns, and Johnny DIY. They're angry. They're pissed about Riot Six won. This is now Ray Phoenix and Andrade is now a SmackDown part of SmackDown tag team. SmackDown was voted with tag team, so SmackDown means Boy SmackDown means more tag team divisions, like more tag team divisions, more tag team divisions, like hot. So we saw a ringside of Michael Chandler and Dana Conlon and only Shunka from the UFC, NFC. I don't have to say it. So we saw commercial break. Trey was performing his music. When Paul rips the thing off, Ashley Johnwell went to in the ring, and they cut the thing off, like the plugs off and that stuff. And Johnwell was belongs on the stage. He's not in the WWE ring. And It's just all this blah 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 crap with Logan Paul, and that's why everybody's booing them. And Logan Paul needs WWE needs Logan Paul. They need Trayvon, so that's what. So guys, I'm just reading what they said. I just said that match, and Winner was pissed about Trayvon was an outsider, and that's the whole thing. Joy World is the biggest, Onten says, this the Joy World's the biggest name of the music industry. If anyone as an outsider is Logan Paul to respect, he calls him a Ronnie bitch. That's good call, Randy. Ronnie bitch. Everyone backs moves and that stuff. Morgan direction, Schmucktie got the corner kick and security being from the wing. Morgan Paul's like damage and Dre Rose, the whole thing, the whole charade thing. Thank God Nick Aldis was there, and I'm happy for that. That's all the commercial break will happen on Simon event tomorrow. Do my title in the morning. We'll take on. So I think so I want to ask you guys. Comment below. Do you want Jerry Rowe singles match? Do you want Jerry Rowe, Logan Paul, Logan Paul and Jermaine Randy and Dribble Tachi match at SummerSlam? So guys, comment down below, hashtag those people I was going to say. Thank you. Aleister Black will take on Truth, aka Killings. In the winner of the match is Truth. Aleister was pissed about the match, and that's what happened. Damien was stopped with Aleister about walking off Truth. He tells Black, game this and that, and shake his hand to that Black. Is the heel turn on Black? And I'm so thrilled to see the heel after Black. I can't wait to see that. Let's go. Ray Barrett was with the Women's World Champion Tiffany and Trish Stratus. Stratton says she is already beat Charlotte Flair, Nia Jax, and Bayley, and who she is not to face of the greatest of all time. Trish Stratus. She took the match because if this is she beats her, maybe we'll be considering of the GOATs. Trish says, what a pleasure, but Tiff should be feeling of the pressure. Tiffany needs to beat her in order to be the considered of the greatest of all time. Something already she and if she wins evolution to leave the title if Tiff will leave with nothing on Sunday. Should be did the 25 straight. River and Satisfaction. Tiffany says it's different now. She knows Trish is like last up and last up. She would face them, become the 8-time. Trish says I'm gonna be an 8-time champion. Normie hit the music with the Money in the Bank. Comes out, Jade Cargill attacks her, and the officials break that up. This is the main event, guys. Jimmy Uso and LA Knight will take on Sokoa of MFT. I'm calling MFT for Soul's Course group. So I'm doing that now. The winner of the match is Jimmy Uso and LA Knight. The MFTs attack Jimmy and LA Knight. Knight was there, and Showa was pissed about Bone Breaker and that stuff, and he does not me. And the virtual got the hand, and him and was that and weave and goes off there. So guys, I have a question for you. What do you think about Walk 2.5 hours? What do you think about SmackDown 2 hours? So guys, I want to ask you, do you want SmackDown 7 to 9:30? Like, because they have all the superstars, like, you don't have to cut to 9 o'clock. Like, do it like 9:30. That's what I do. I was WWE. So guys, what do you think about Raw, SmackDown, all the pro wrestling shows on 2 hours? So what do you thought about Raw, SmackDown this week on week for Raw, SmackDown this week? I will post about this weekend on NXT like make your best and a side main event. And this is my first time I'm doing all in Texas after I do Evolution. So guys, enjoy your weekend with all the pay-per-views and PODs, and good luck. You guys know what to do. So guys, peace out and see you guys next time.